That's what I have to put up with, and what he like him.
Cut that f***er out. You see this one? No, dude! Ah! Too famous for scrap now. Was actually with Thomas Shelby himself. Not good about, not happy about that.
Have you seen Harry? We need to start filming. Harry? Harry? Has anyone seen Harry? No. Hiding again? Hiding. Hello James, you alright? Have you seen Harry? Oh, he's at McDonald's. Again, breakfast and lunch. Alright, cheers, thank you. There you are.
Oh lads, sorry, you just caught me on my my lunch break. Oh, ever sat in a dentist chair to have a kip in, it's lovely. You bought the fabric off it, didn't you?
Welcome to Scrap King Diaries. Today we're going to show you how we get all the staff trained and up to date with their certification so they can use all the machinery in the correct and safest possible way.
As you can see in the background, we have Carl from Shear Training that's come in to give all of the lads that are going to be using any heavy machinery a complete license check test to make sure that they're still okay. Although these machines don't go on the road, we still have to insure them, for public liability and all that sort of stuff. All that stuff that's really interesting, and I can't wait to divulge more into it. I'm going to head over there now and find out exactly what Carl's done for us today with the lads. When I did my test with Carl, he looked at me and said, I don't even need to test you, I can just tell that you're that good. You teach me. True story. You make love to your missus quicker than it takes me to cut a tank up. Don't turn it on. It's fucking done, mate. That's how fast I am. That is red hot now. So give it 30 seconds and I'll put my hand in and get the elements out.
Yeah, and you've done it wrong.
How have I done it wrong?
You gotta cut it in half.
No, you don't. Why would you cut it in half? That's just extra wastage, extra oxygen.
The room space in
Psh, load of bollocks.
Because it looks better.
Oh my god.
It does though, doesn't it?
No, that's fine. What was that about? Was that about a minute?
Like 4.
Yeah, definitely longer than
Not me to show you, mate.
Carl also shows the lads how to maintain the machines correctly, which they always need
maintaining.
Shut the
Just couldn't make it any more awkward if you tried. Every Tuesday night, Richard goes to bed just dreaming of today, doesn't you?
I love Wednesdays. Every year, Carl from Shear Training joins us for a week, sometimes 2 weeks, and trains all our staff brand new training or refresher courses in order for them to use the machinery and tools that they use every day so they can use it in the safest possible way. He also tells the lads how to maintain the machines and everything else, so we'll catch up with him soon. Carl, sorry mate, we borrow you for 2 minutes. Would you just tell the camera what you do and how you save us every year and get all the lads trained up to date?
Just have that.
My name is Carl Graves. I'm the Managing Director of Shear Training Consultancy Limited. I've been coming and training for these guys now for about the last 5 years. The company's significantly invested in new plant and new machinery, as well as making sure that the guys are trained, and trained not just to a basic standard but to a high standard. We're working in a busy environment such as this. We know that the guys can safely operate the machines efficiently. All of the guys that are working on the large cranes, the 360 material handlers and all the equipment on site, all of them have gone through a process of training with myself, but not just basic training, also familiarisation and job specific training. So that way they can't just drive the machines, they can actually handle them and use them as for their original intended purposes.
Richard told me that he can handle anything.
No, don't, Carl, thanks a lot mate.
No problem at all.
If I don't, I'll kiss the lens, I don't give a fuck. I can see myself in the glass.
Can't even hear you.
Ready? What is it with you being ready, man? But you never arrive anywhere on time though, so I don't actually know why you keep saying it.
I'm early.
Fuck you, you're like a wizard.
What are you doing?
This is my homie from day one, man.
How you doing, mate?
How long have you been coming here, Jermaine?
Quite a while now, from
Yeah.
the very first shop.
This is the best scrapyard you've ever been to?
Yeah.
Best cap price?
Well, at the moment it looks like it.
Yeah?
Lovely.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what-
Every day the best. We only do our best for our best customers, you know what I mean?
Yeah. keep it up though. Don't change. Nice guys to deal with. Come here.
Cheers, Ryan. Thank you, mate.
Is he the older one?
I fucking yeah, he's got his up tail by looking at him.
He looks about 97.
Oh, hey, love it.
He looks about 27.
Oh, you know what? You bang on there. So we just popped over to the cat office to do a bit of, you know, stock take and logistical dynamic syndrome and synergy. Tommy has bought, how many cats you bought today, Tom? 68 cats, lovely that. What time is it now? About 11:30? It's not bad going, you know. Now, a lot of those cats will WhatsApp to us on the number below. And we just noticed that when we've got on our Facebook groups online and things, people have mentioned that the prices have come off a bit. Well, in the last 30 days, for example, palladium has dropped 7.1%. But when you're talking on like a really high value cat, say 400 or 500 quid, you know, suddenly your profit margin that a lot of lads are working on, your 30, 40 pounds, it's gone. That is the profit margin. So just be careful when you're buying them now, that the market is so unstable at the minute, maybe down to loads of things like, you know. Why not? That is a global issue going to affect all the commodities. Why can't I say that? I'm not in the scrap trade. I'm in the life-changing trade.
Oh. Come on, will you up, move? I've got loads of work on.
Fucking hell! You alright?
Yeah, sound, alright.
Are you the only one busy today?
Yeah, absolute round,
I'll
non-stop.
tell you what, if you're so busy, Will, why don't you go with Stan? He can show you what driving a real wagon and being a proper grafter's like.
Yeah, that's it. We can get it done quick. Welcome to the best wagon, the Kudinky wagon, the quickest and the fastest worker. And then we get what is like the other big drivers, what block all the yard. You know what I mean? I'll show you how to do a proper job. You know what I mean? What the hell, Dean? This is clean. Who cleaned that up? I've never seen the yard so clean, Dean.
Stan, why are you talking
Any paperwork, Dean?
No, I'll give it Rich, Stan.
Okay then. See you in a bit. We're that busy.
See you, Stanley.
Yeah.
Don't get stuck in any caps, Stan.
The reason we have two yards is because we have different customers there for the non-ferrous. And this yard where we're going now, our other yard, we have the steel and the non-ferrous and all other stuff at the other yard. Scott, can you give me a hand 2 minutes? Just give me a hand 2 minutes, please. But I can't get the hooks onto it, so I'm going to have to thread this through and strap it. It's that air coil. Yeah. All good, clean aluminium, ready to go out. Some of the lads are getting an helper to unload, make sure we're unloaded proper. They want me to make a film, some nice young birds. We go round Salfords now. Just got one load go, then another load will be in. It's just non-stop all the time.
Who works hardest, Richard or Harry?
Richard. Richard is non-stop. Richard is a good grafter. Richard, they go in the yard and just have a good clean up. Like you can see round Salford, Richard went round and got it all spotless. It's absolutely spotless round there.
And what about Harry then?
Alright, don't like getting his hands dirty like Richard. I'm his uncles, and I'll tell you what, Richard never stops.
Rich works quite hard in the bedroom as well, I bet.
Oh, yeah. He's trying to cap up with his uncle Stan.
So Harry's too much of a YouTube star now to do
Yeah. He's too much of a poser now. He's a good lad. He's just too much of a YouTube. Yeah, that's all Harry does in the kitchen all the time. First thing of the morning, he's always cooking his breakfast. Son he's getting and the poor dog's sitting there with his tongue hanging out. Good job his Uncle Stan comes in and feeds the dog. Hey?
How long did it take you to drive round here?
5 minutes, mate.
How many cafes have you been to since?
None, they're all shut.
Yeah, no,
They're all shut. Where's on about you?
No.
How much work you do? And I'll say not a lot. Not a lot. Not a lot.
So we've just seen Stan off onto his next round of jobs. You might be wondering why we are stood at this other scrapyard. Well, this scrapyard is in fact our...
Class it as a feeder yard where it supplies us with all its non-ferrous and ferrous. Dean and Daniel run it very well indeed and supplies lots of metal every week.
So this yard is exactly 500 metres from Spaghetti Junction, and there's a reason why you can't miss this yard. When you pull into Birmingham off Spaghetti Junction, you'll always know it's here because we have something nobody else does, and I'll show you that now. We have our very own train. When you're coming off Spaghetti Junction, you won't be able to miss Sir Henry Taroni Express. Rumour has it, back in the 1800s, my granddad Henry Taroni used to cart all the gold from the London Coin Museum to the factory where they made brand new coins. Might be true, might not. It's worth a Google. So what the significance of this train is to our family is that my granddad Henry was actually with Thomas Shelby himself when they used to transport all of the gold and the silver around the country, and they used the Henry Taroni Express as a method to do that very efficiently on the new Birmingham rail system, which was impeccable. Not like the new one, which is HS2. Awful. Henry Taroni and Thomas Shelby side by side cruising around the streets of Birmingham in the train. I bet he just terrorised me for 20 minutes, didn't he? I knew he would. So you might be wondering why we're outside Flannels, and that's because we've actually decided that we're too famous for scrap now. So we're going to go into the new shop, get a new fit, look the part, and then we're going to show you what our new ventures are. You get your credit card on you? I haven't, it's all on you today, you told me. Oh my God, waistcoats the lot. What you'd find really frustrating is the fact that I could put a whole pink woolly suit off, right?
Yeah, if they can.
And actually people would go, fucking hell, how does he do it? Smooth. Get a nice bagel, cream cheese, smooth. If I could find one of these that fitted.
Put it down properly.
Safety first.
I want to get one of these for Cheltenham.
Oh, that'd be fantastic. All right then, go on, I'll speak to you in a bit then. I've got Masons, don't forget.
You just want me to leave, don't you?
Yes. What with? What are you going to wear it with?
That black jacket from next door.
Perfect. I'm sure they've got trousers that colour, haven't they?
They do, but I don't have a size.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Next.
Huh?
Look next.
Part of our heritage is keeping Birmingham tidy. We've got lots of contracts with the councils, so when rubbish gets dumped or vehicles or anything, they rely on us to come and clean it up, make it safe again and clean. This is a typical site here. A caravan dumping, it's been filled full of rubbish. Today we're going to come and clean this up and keep the streets tidy.
We've been keeping the streets tidy for over 60 years and we intend to keep it going as well. We've got our friends from Birmingham Auto Breakers and their low loaders to come across, and we're going to load all of this waste and scrap onto it so we can dispose of it correctly. We can't have rubbish like this in our streets, it's just not fair on the public. It's probably a health hazard as well.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
This has just been used to fly tip. If you use an unlicensed waste carrier or somebody just advertises that they'll do house clearances and thing, the likelihood here is they're going to take all of your rubbish away quite cheaply. But then this is what happens, they'll just dump it somewhere where there's no cameras or trace. And then it's left to proper firms like ourselves that have to come across and tidy all of the mess up then. So I always advise paying for your skips and doing everything properly above board with, you know, waste transfer notes and licences, so things like this doesn't happen around Birmingham. Oh, look at that. That is piss, that is. Oh.
Sign brew.
Oh yeah, how much? Imagine going through, just imagine going through it all.
Well, we're going to have to, Harry. So here we are, no wheels, we can't even tow it. It's full of rubbish, looks like rubbish.
Yeah, we got.
Yep, you're right.
Yeah, we got to move this caravan, mate.
My caravan needed
The council's phoned us, we'll move it.
I just bought it, I'm going to be empty and living in it.
It's a half hazard, mate, it's got to go.
Bollocks to that. I'll be back in 10 minutes.
Go on, then.
What are you going to do? Oi, don't come back with your pals unless they want to get thrown in the caravan with the rubbish.
Right.
Oh, now, man, some people are mental.
Yeah, look what it wants to live in.
You can't live in that, man. What's he going to do? Here now.
I can't believe that. Right, Harry, we got 10 minutes really before
He comes back.
he comes back.
Before William, well, we've got 10 minutes for William Wallace and the bum boys come back. Oh. Ah!
Hasn't got a clue.
To me! So there we have it. The caravan's leaving back to the unit now.
Oi!
You know, he's gone for his wallet. So there we have it. The caravan is back at the yard. The lads are about to start going through it now and stripping it down for recycling. But this was just an example of some of the services that we can provide the public in Birmingham, really. You know, waste disposal and clearance to get the best, tidiest city on the planet.
Any waste requirements, contact us and we'll do it the best possible way. All certified and licensed.
There'll be no fly tipping with us, put it that way. On that note, that is the end of season 2, episode 3, I think. So, like, share and subscribe, and any interesting ideas that you guys have that we could film, let us know. We want to give you the best, and also drop a comment and a like, because if we don't get any engagement back on the videos, you know, just give us some engagement, and then we can make sure that we know that everybody's watching, and we can build the videos back up then. We want to make this the biggest channel on YouTube for scrap metal.